Alright, it is FrOzenSwipe here, and I got a game of free-for-all on the map Dome for you guys. And while this is by no means going to be the best gameplay ever, it's not a particularly good score, at least it's something slightly different, I mean, it's free-for-all for one. I don't generally tend to play a lot of free-for-all. I got this back when I was doing that, week or so where I was playing pretty much nothing but free-for-all. So I decided to hang on to this because even though it's not the best score in the world, I mean, the gameplay itself is decent enough, because it's not like really... it's fairly aggressive. I'm running around with a submachine gun, which is of course something else I don't generally tend to do that often. And I think I only got like 30 and 9. And the only reason I'm going to say the score is because I actually ended up I stopped recording before the scoreboard came up at the end of this. So my bad, kind of a derp on my part. But anyway, back to what I was saying. At least it's something slightly different, because and also I decided to hang on to it. Despite the fact that it's not the best gameplay, because it's relatively short. I mean, it's a refreshing change to commentate over something that's only maybe 5-6 minutes long, as opposed to a game of domination, which generally tends to go on for at least 10 minutes. It could even go on for 11-12 minutes if it's a particularly close domination game. And I mean, it's tough to talk non-stop for like 10 minutes. It really is. Whereas it's a lot easier to commentate for like a 6-minute commentary. So obviously I decided I'd hang on to it, just in case I wasn't really feeling quite up to a full 10-minute commentary. But anyway, I need to I'm going to stop ranting on about this anyway. It's also slightly different in the fact that, obviously it's on Dome, and I don't generally tend to get a lot of gameplays on Dome. It's not that I don't play it that often, or that, it's not a popular map by any means. It's actually probably one of the more popular ones in this. Anytime it comes to the rotation, everyone votes for it. So I do play this map. It's just that, I don't generally tend to do that well on it because it's such a small map and it's so hectic and everyone spawns close to each other. It can get kind of crazy at times, and I do realize why people will like it, and I do realize that people find this fun. I can understand why, because when shit's hectic and crazy and stuff, obviously it is quite enjoyable. I do get that, but I prefer it when I can control the engagements and I can do well that way, whereas in this it's a little bit too hectic for me. Especially in like games like domination, it can just be an utter frag fest. But even in free-for-all, you can have some crazy ass spawns, like and everyone just like spawning right on top of each other. So I mean, it can still get quite hectic. But yeah, I think I'm also using non-lethal kill streaks in this game, so hopefully that might redeem myself a little bit. The fact that I'm running around and I am personally getting all of my own kills with my gun or with my knife or equipment or stuff like that. I'm not just like sitting back and relying on kill streaks to get all my kills. So yeah, that's I really wasn't planning to talk about the gameplay for this long, but I seem to have, and that's nearly half the commentary gone. But okay, I need to get kind of on topic here. I did mean to actually put up a commentary sometime during the week. And I usually, in situations like this where I've kind of fucked up in not putting up a commentary or whatever, I generally come up with some sort of excuse like I was busy or I had a lot going on and I didn't have time to. And generally speaking, that's true. It's just in this instance it really wasn't. It was just that it was really sunny outside, and I know that doesn't seem like much of an excuse for some of you guys, but bear in mind, I live in Ireland, right? When we get sunshine, which we don't generally tend to get, you make the most of it, because, the weather in Ireland, it's pretty much just year-round rain, Winters are cold and wet, summers are mild and wet, so, we generally don't tend to get a lot of sunshine, because we know that... So that when we do get it, we know damn well to make the most of it, because we may never see it again. So, yeah, I was out in the sun, with my friends and shit. So, really didn't have time to commentate at that stage. But anyway, I'm doing a commentary now, and man, I can't believe it's taken me this long to get on topic. But man, it's April Fool's Day today, actually, or as I like to call it, International Troll Day. A day where you can be an absolute dick to everyone for no other reason than it's the 1st of April. You gotta love it. Oh, God. But the thing about April Fool's Day is it's one of those holidays. Well, not really a holiday, because you don't get a day off for it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't count as a holiday. I think you need to get a day off for it to be a holiday, but it's more of an event, sort of. It's one of those things that just kind of sneaks up on you. it's always for me anyway. You know, it always happens that I don't realize it's April Fool's Day until it's actually April Fool's Day. I like it's never like, oh, it's only a week now to April Fool's Day, which you get with other holidays like Easter and Christmas and you know whatever. I think they need. I think there needs to be more awareness raising for April Fool's Day, so that way people can actually plan out their pranks and actually do something that's fucking decent, instead of all these like really half-assed cheesy jokes or like, you know yourself like they're. And you see on the internet there are so many good pranks that I would really love to do someday. There's some things that you kind of want to do before you die, you know, those kind of things. Man, like whenever I get a car or whenever I'm able to drive, you know, I'm only 16 now, can't drive till like I'm 17, and even then you need to get like driving lessons and pass your driving test and everything. But you know, once I get a car, one thing I'd really love to do that I've seen on the internet is you go out to a motorway or something like that, you pull over and you just point a hairdryer at oncoming traffic and just see how many of the guys slow down. The other thing I've actually done before is what it is really simple one. You just take your sugar bowl, you just pour out all the sugar and just pour in salt, and you know they put that in their tea or their coffee and they never know the difference until it's too late. It's hilarious. Got my mum with that one today actually. So if you have any crazy pranks, you know, or anything, any crazy stories like that, feel free to tell me. I'd love to see what you guys get up to. So yeah, that's the commentary. The commentary's long over, or the gameplay I should say is long over now. The commentary's still going. That's kind of a problem. I'll have to put something here anyway. But yeah, hope you have a good April Fool's Day. This has been FrOzenSwipe. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching.